Hey gang, welcome to a new video with Nanny Crypto. It is now 2018. Looks like this year will be a very exciting year for both Bitcoin and our other alts. There's a lot of news that there is a lot of new people that is in the market, and that should bring a lot of our alts up, the value of alts, and a whole bunch of new money coming into this market. I thought I'd start this year with a video about how to trade. Now, there are a lot of different strategies that you can use to trade, but basically the idea of this strategy is that because we have a market that is so volatile, as a lot of people know, when BTC spikes or dips, it can seriously affect the alts. So the reason I like to use this strategy a lot is because it gives me an opportunity to buy at a price that I am comfortable with and to sell as I go along and then hold until my last sale, and we'll go through the chart in a second. Just before we do, I'm going to quickly jump into our Bitcoin chart as we do every time we start a new video. Bitcoin's currently sitting at 13,528. Here we are going to jump over for all the new people watching us. We are going to be looking at TradingView, tradingview.com, and you can either use a pro account. There is a free TradingView account which you can do. And basically this is Bitcoin. So this is Bitcoin to the USD. Up here is where we go to set that up. So we go BTC to the USD. Now, as we can see, Bitcoin had a real opportunity to go up here almost at 20,000. It did quite a correction and has been, I thought here it was going to spike at 17, but it's gone back down again. It's currently sitting at about 13.45. Now, for all those who are new to the channel, these are the 3 moving averages which we use to read our coins, our possible trades, and they are the 7, the 77, and the 231. So the 7 is the white line, the 77 is the blue line, and the white area is the 231. Now, this is called the BOSS method, method taught by Brandon Kelly, who is a great crypto trader, someone who inspired me to get into the market, and I've learned a huge amount from him, so shout out to him. And if you want to set that up, there is a BK BOSS method set up in the videos that I've created, so I'll add that link in the description, and that way you can go to the video if you want to set up this method. Okay, so like I said, Bitcoin has been having a bit of a dip. There does seem to be, so here it seems to have like a reversed head and shoulders, but we won't know until this candle here decides what it's going to do. Like, some people say that it's done and it's ready to, it's corrected, like this is quite a big correction, it's ready to go up. Other people believe that it's going to go down, and it could go down as low as $10,000. So just make sure that when you are trading and deciding what to trade, that you keep an eye on Bitcoin always. Bitcoin is the most valuable cryptocurrency at this stage, which is why its movements can seriously affect the other coins. Okay, no more delay, let's quickly go into what we are going to talk about today, which is scalping. So just quickly, scalping is a trading strategy that attempts to make many profits on small price changes. Traders who implement this strategy place anywhere from 10 to a couple hundred trades in a single day. So the reason when I spoke about the video initially, I called it scalping or partial trading, is because I don't do anywhere near a couple of hundred trades a day. But it is a similar terminology to what we use. So that's why I thought I'd throw out the term, and that way if you hear about it, then you'll know what people are talking about. Okay, now this is the chart we are going to explain it on. It's called XDG, Digital Node. Now I'm going to quickly change it. So this was currently on a 1-day chart. I'm going to quickly change it to the 343, which is the chart we are going to look at. Now, just going to make sure that it's aligned so that it's very clear when we are talking about it. So as you can see from this chart has had huge potential. And basically the trade that we're going to talk about happened within this area over here. Now, excuse me, the first question that most people will ask is, how do I decide when I'm going to buy? So you really need to keep an eye out on the market. You need to follow your coins. Now, if you are planning on buying a coin, say for example Ripple, Dash, Litecoin, Ethereum, and you intend to hold it for years at a time, I don't know, like 2 years or something like that, this is really not really relevant to you. This is relevant to people who want to make either daily trades or are interested in buying one coin and getting as much out of that coin as they can, and then they're out of it, basically. So here's how we explain it. Now I'm going to quickly jump in, and so I've got everything dithered just because I wanted to make sure that when I showed it to you, it didn't have everything so it wouldn't be confusing. So the boss method that we use tells us white over blue, you know what to do. Basically, as soon as we see that cross over between the two lines, it's telling us that we are ready to jump in and we should be ready to buy. Okay, so that is the first thing to note. Now I'm just going to jump down. Sorry. Now it's going to take a little bit, but I know it's going to be easier for you guys instead of having everything out, and then you might find it harder to understand. So we bought at 212. So if we look at the chart here, 212 was about here. 212, yeah, it was about here. And here it tells us we bought 14,115 coins at 0.03 Bitcoin. Now, that is how much I spend on my trades. Now, that doesn't mean you can't spend 0.001. That doesn't mean you can't go to the opposite extreme and buy each trade at 1 Bitcoin. You have to decide what you're comfortable with buying and how much you're willing to lose, because you could lose it, or what you're willing to risk. So the first buy was made at 212, and we bought 0.03, and we bought 14,115 coins. Okay, great. Now, let's start with the first trade that we made. Now, when I bought the coin, as I mentioned, I bought 14,115. Now, when you do partial selling, the idea is that if you sell small amounts as you go, then if the market turns, or if BTC spikes, or if BTC dips, then you should still be able to, I guess, take returns as you go, make profits, and not wait until, because just like this coin, if I quickly run a chart on it, when it started, roughly, like this chart went up in 18 hours. 18 hours, that's less than 24 hours, which is not very common in the crypto world. Normally it takes longer time. But just like it went up those 18 hours and 310%, it could have gone down. So the reason we do partial trading is that we can sell as we go and make profits as we go. Okay, first sale was done. We sold at 370. I'm just going to quickly jump in. This is exactly what we sold. We sold 4,705 coins which was approximately 1/3 of the coins that I had. The profit that I made was 0.0074, and it was currently 74% up. Now that's a pretty good return on my investment. So when I'm watching how much I want to make on a return, I usually try and make at least 10%. So if I bought at 0.03, I'd expect to at least make 0.003. But in this case, I think I actually bought this coin just before I went to bed. And when I woke up, it had gone up quite high. And I said, wow, that's a huge return. But the next question is, so why didn't I sell everything at the time? At the time I sold, this white line, so it had crossed over here. The only reason why I didn't buy here was because I was waiting for some consolidation, which is why I bought over here. And then it had gone up, but it had just crossed, like, if I show how much time there is between here and here, I think it took like a day or something to cross over. Like, it didn't take very long to cross over. And when it had crossed over, I thought I'll wait till it consolidates a little bit. So I don't usually buy as soon as it crosses over, and I bought here. But when I had gotten here, this line wasn't very far away from the blue. The fact that we are so far away from the 231 means everything is going well. There is no reason why I should sell. So I decided to sell a third and keep the rest. Okay, let's move on to the next trade. Now, I'm going to bring up both at the same time. And this was a bit of a, I don't know, scared sell from what I can see. So I sold at 375, which if you think about it, I haven't really made that much of a profit. I sold a third of what I had remaining, made 0.005, so still higher than what I usually make on a trade. And at that stage, it was up 76.89%. So I can tell you now the reason why I sold was because we're currently sitting on a 343. So for those of you who are running the free account, you can change this to the 4-hour and it will give you a similar trend in the lines. But as you can see, right in the middle, I got a red wick of 343, and it gave me a red wick or a red candle. I'll be honest, I probably got scared and went, oh my God, this is going to dip and I don't want to lose more. But still, the white was over the blue. We can still see the white over the blue. We are way off the 231 and it was green when I sold it. So I said, just in case it decides to dip, I'm going to sell another little bit off. Okay, that was the second trade. Let's move on to the third one. I've got a third trade. Was as follows. So as you can see, I waited quite a bit. So if I use my ruler again, actually I waited about an hour, 5 hours. So I did wait a little bit. Sold a third of what I had left again, made another 0.0056, which gave me a 133% profit, and I sold it at 494. So as you can imagine, if I bought at 212, 494 and 133%, I'm pretty happy at that stage with my trade. Now, you've got to understand that some people, like, they could have sold everything at 75%. I mean, 75% is a pretty good return. But the reason we do it this way is because, the boss method tells us, wait, don't sell everything, wait, white over blue, you know what to do, which is buy, and white under blue, blue, so when this one comes down, it's blue above white, it's time to say goodnight. So I am going to confess, I usually don't wait for that to happen. I've got to be very much confident that a coin will do well for me to wait for it to come down here. But I believe, like, I personally don't wait that long. I normally wait and then just sell when I'm happy with my profit. If being happy with my profit is 75%, that's fine. If being happy with your profit is 133%, then that's fine as well. Okay, so we continue. We have 2 more trades to go. Here is another chicken trade again, same as this one. Red wick, red candle. I went, oh my God, it's going to go down. So I sold half of what I had, so I've increased it a bit. It went down to 132%, but I'm still making good profits. So all in all, still very happy with my trade. So right now I've got half, which means I've got about 2,000 coins left. Now, like I said, when you've made a certain percent on what you have, you don't have to wait for it to go that high. But holding, obviously, if you're learning how to be patient, then obviously the longer you hold when it's on the way up, the more profit you will make. Okay, last but not least, our final trade. I sold the remainder, so as I said, it's about 2,000 at 141%, and I made a profit of 0.0063. So if you look all in all, the trades that we've made a profit. So as you can see from here to here, we went from 0.03 to 0.06, which is 100%. 100% on a profit is huge. Now, if you're wondering why we didn't make 141%, was because we didn't sell everything at 141%. We sold as we went along. Now, keep in mind, if I had sold, so I want you to see both sides of the coin. If I had bought at 212, it's about here, and sold here at 509, I would have made, as it says here, 141%. But, we have to think that there are different situations, different energies that can come into charts. Like you can look at a chart and think, this chart is doing great. It's not going to come down. Like if you had bought this, as soon as it crossed over and had held it, you would have made 285%. But again, if you're new to the market and you're new to crypto trading, I know one of the things that I get asked 1,000 times in both my Twitter account, in Facebook, even the YouTube comments is, what are the selling strategies? I'm scared to hold. I'm scared to sell. What if it's going to keep on going up and I sell now? What if it's going to keep on going down? You have to know that because crypto trading is volatile, these kind of strategies are going to help you to make profits as you go. So it's less of a risk. It's still a risk because I could buy here and instead of it going up, it could have gone down. Like we had a few candles here that went down. But this is a coin, I can't remember who pointed it out to me, but I was very happy with making this coin and I was very happy with the way I traded it. So I hope this makes sense. I know there's a lot of call outs and text boxes, and I guess I really just wanted you to understand of how I did this trade and the strategy that can help you. And that, like I said, is less risky, but it's still a great way to make profits. And at the end of the day, we've made 100% profit on BTC, which is what we all want to do. Just before I finish this video, I want to quickly jump into the Bitcoin group. #1 Bitcoin group in the world, as BK would say, 20,000 of our best friends come together to help each other out. It's a great community. You can see charts here of good buys, what's happening in the crypto world. It's just a great group, and you're more than welcome. Jump on in. Just remember to we've got 109 people waiting to join. Remember to answer the questions, answer them correctly, because we do go through them, and the idea is to be able to support each other, help each other, empower one another, so that we can all learn this great world of cryptocurrency, and we can all get out of debt someday. The other channel that I quickly wanted to point you to is my Twitter account. Nanny Crypto is the account. I basically post any trades that I make, I know there's been a few issues lately with registrations for different exchanges. So if I find news that I feel will help the community, I will post it here. ICOs that I feel are going to be strong, any opportunities that I can give you on what to do. Some great people that I follow on Twitter is Wolf of Polynex. Crypto says, shout out to these guys who each day give us some more information on what Bitcoin's doing and how we need to go for a trade. Of course, we can definitely not go away without just quickly running into our YouTube channel. Currently very blessed to have over 7,000 of 7. Hey gang, welcome to another tutorial with, sorry about that, 700 subscribers. We just reached that goal today, which is very exciting. Over 12,000 views. Basically, the videos that we've created are here to help you. If you want to learn about moving averages, Fibonacci, here was the chart I was telling you about, the BK Boss method. I will put that into the description. Basically, I am here to help you out. Please remember to subscribe, turn on post notifications, like the video, share to anybody that you feel this could help out. The idea is that we all learn about it, and the more people that learn about it, the more people who will be earning more and more Bitcoin. Thank you once again for your support. Nanny Crypto here, Queen of the Charts, saying good night. Thank you.